Hello and welcome, crafty friends. This is Rachel, Crafting Mama Bear. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Today's video I will be showing you how I put together this Baby It's Cold Outside wreath using items from Dollar Tree. To start, you will need one of the 14-inch wreath forms, some pipe cleaners, some of the mesh tube, a burlap ribbon with the snowflakes on it, 4 rolls of the light blue deco mesh, and this Baby It's Cold Outside sign. Now I do realize that I am uploading this after Christmas and these items may not be available anymore at your Dollar Tree. I apologize for that. But if you by chance have this sign, then hopefully you can do something like this and then maybe use a different type of ribbon. You should be able to get the light blue mesh. You just probably won't be able to find that burlap snowflake ribbon. To cover up the holes on the sign, I will be using some of these glittery snowflake stickers, and I will be adding them onto different parts of the sign, not just the holes where the ribbon was attached. So for this particular wreath, I'm going to be doing it a little bit different than I've made most of my wreaths, where I will be attaching the sign first and then I will attach my pipe cleaners. And since I'm using the mesh tube, I'm going to use the work wreath style. To figure out where I need to put my hot glue, I laid my frame onto the back of my sign and then marked around the areas on the wreath form that I want to attach the sign to. And then I'll just add a generous amount of hot glue, use half of a pipe cleaner, and attach that onto the back of the sign. Because this sign was so large, I knew that I wasn't going to be using the whole wreath form, which is why you'll only need 4 rolls of the mesh instead of the normal 6. But I didn't want to start adding mesh on there and have to fight with the sign for placement. So this ended up working out pretty well for me. And also why I did a work wreath is because I've never used the tubed mesh before, and so I had no idea what I was doing. For my pieces of my bundles, I'll be cutting them down to 30-inch long pieces. And my ribbon, although it's not wired, I'm still going to cut this down to 9-inch long pieces. And look at there, I got a whole bunch of extra ribbon on my roll. once I have my ribbon cut, I do like to fishtail the ends of my ribbon. So just fold lengthwise and then cut along the folded part and make a nice little fishtail, dovetail, whatever you want to call it, on the end of your ribbon. Now that the glue has dried, I will go ahead and attach the sign onto my wreath form. I haven't posted a video and it seems like forever, and so doing this voiceover feels a little awkward. I hope you all had a really great Christmas. This was my daughter's first Christmas, so really understand at all what was going on. She is a little less than 9 months, so she had fun ripping apart the wrapping paper, and I think she had more fun playing with the wrapping paper itself than the actual gifts that she received. So for the work wreath, I'm going to be using the inside 2 rungs on the wreath form and the outside 2 rungs on the wreath form. And I believe I end up using 5 on each side. So 3 on this section that I'm currently working on, 1 on the inside 2 rungs, and then 2 pipe cleaners on the outside 2, and then for the one next to it, I'm going to add a couple more. So anyways, even though she couldn't fully appreciate and she didn't really know what was going on, it was still sweet to see her opening up her gifts and just kind of playing around. We kept it really low key. We didn't go anywhere. We just stayed home and hung out all day long. And on the wreath form, the sign doesn't cover up the top and the bottom fully, so I will be adding 1 pipe cleaner onto the top and 1 pipe cleaner onto the bottom to help fill it out. And I wasn't sure if there was going to be too big of a gap between the bottom and the bottom pipe cleaner and the one closest to it on the right or to the left. I thought it might add a little gap, but it ended up working out fine. So for the pieces of mesh, I'm going to pinch it up and then pull all of the mesh towards my thumbs and make a little bow tie. And then I'll just go ahead and untwist the pipe cleaner and attach it down onto the wreath form. Sorry, I am so awkward and weird for this video. So take your mesh, pinch it at the bottom of the short end toward you, and then just with your other fingers pull the remaining mesh, and it should make a pretty little bow tie. And for the top pieces, I'm going to be adding a piece of ribbon. And when you're adding the top one, you want to make sure that you're crisscrossing it, so it's not laying the same direction as the bottom one. And so there's one bundle on there. Here it is, filled up with all of the mesh. Now it's time to add the tubing. I have never worked with this before. I had no clue what I was doing, so if you're looking for advice on this, please go somewhere else because I have no idea what I was doing. I took the end, attached it with one of the pipe cleaners, and then I just left some slack and then went to the next pipe cleaner and just zigzagged it around. And I did that twice. I went around the wreath twice doing that, and I think it turned out fine. It gives it a kind of whimsical, fun look. It's a lot different than any other wreath that I've made before, but I think it looks nice. And if you get some weird pieces, the blue mesh holds the red tubed mesh really nice, so it kind of just grabs onto it. So if you don't like the way a piece of the tubing is looking when you've got it on there, just tuck it around and your blue mesh will hold it in place. If anybody knows how you're technically supposed to use this, please let me know down in the comments. If you know of another YouTuber who has a video on it. Yeah, I just kind of winged it. Well, it looks like I went around 3 times. Yeah, okay. I went around 3 times with the tubed mesh. I filmed this so long ago, I have no idea what I did. And every time I'm just twisting the pipe cleaner 1 or 2 times to secure it down. I really like how this wreath turned out. I like the sign. I like that it's not just a Christmas sign, but a winter sign that I can turn into a wreath that I can hang up until the end of February. So I apologize for putting this video out late where you probably won't be able to pick up these supplies. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you once again had a very Merry Christmas and are having a good start to the new year. I don't have any resolutions. I don't really set resolutions because I never follow through with them. So I guess my one thing that I would like to be better at this year is sending out some of my cards. I make tons of cards and I just don't send them out like I should. So that's going to be a goal of mine to do this year and to continue to grow my YouTube channel. So please let me know in the comments if there are any videos that you would like to see, if there's something that you don't like about my videos, just so I have a better idea of what you guys want. So at the end, I did take a paintbrush and I just twisted the ends of the pipe cleaner around it so they made little spirals. So here it is on my door. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you aren't already. And until next time, bye-bye. This is why I do voiceovers for my videos. Are you done jumping? Huh? That goes on the whole time I'm making wreaths, so